What's up guys, my name is Ace, and it looks like Sledgehammer is finally back from their holiday vacation, and this means we can finally expect to see some changes coming soon. Now, how soon? We don't know exactly. That term can mean basically anything these days when it comes to game development. But in either case, I did want to address the tweets that they made yesterday, and they actually listed out at least some of the changes that we can expect to be coming, presumably in the next update, and likely at some point this week. I don't know if it's going to be like today, tomorrow, Friday, we don't really know, but I do believe these changes are expected this week. So diving right into it, these are the tweets from Sledgehammer Games, and I just wanted to point out in the first tweet, they said, we're happy to share a few of the changes that'll be coming soon to Vanguard. So this isn't necessarily a comprehensive list of everything we can expect to see. I'm sure there's going to be some bug fixes and stuff in the background as well. These are just the main things that really stand out. The first thing is there's going to be changes to help with the completion of the Panzerfuss challenges. And this is great news. To my knowledge, at least, the Panzerfuss challenges are the last challenges that are sort of screwed up and bugged and preventing people from unlocking Atomic. So I'm really hoping after this update, people are actually going to be able to earn that Atomic camo for those that have grinded all the way up to it. Then after that, I think the thing I'm most excited about with this update is perk adjustments to help counter all things fire. Now, they didn't specify here what they're going to be doing with this. Are they just going to attack it onto Fortified, or maybe Survival Training, or maybe a completely different perk? We don't really know what's going on with that, but at least it looks like they are going to be bringing in a fire counter perk, which is great. And I also just wanted to point out the wording. They said perk adjustments, which does seem to imply that there will be multiple adjustments to the perks, but maybe I'm just reading into that a little bit too much. It might just be the one single adjustment that will add fire resistance to one of the perks. As for the next thing we can expect with the next updates, this is a weapon balancing pass, and they specified there's going to be sniper buffs and shotgun nerfs. Now, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the weapon balancing update that we were supposed to get on December 9th, almost an entire month ago at this point, but they decided to postpone that for some reason. I'm not too sure why. But in either case, here are the notes that they initially had for that intended December 9th update. So we're going to be seeing a reduction of the recoil on the M1 Garand, buffs to the Type 99, the 3-line, as well as the Kar 98, and also a nerf to the hollow point attachment on sniper rifles. Also with this, it looks like there's going to be an adjustment to top break while using lower caliber ammo. And then finally for shotguns, it looks like they're going to be adjusting buck and slugs, although I don't know if this is all they're going to be doing with shotguns. And who knows, maybe they've tacked on a bunch of other weapon balancing that they wanted to add on top of this after collecting more data over the past month. So I'm hoping we'll see a little bit more than just this as far as our weapon balancing goes. But in either case, I do think the changes listed here are at least a good step in the right direction toward balanced weapons. And getting back to the tweets, there's one last thing that they mentioned here, and this was a tweak to the mortar barrage to reduce its duration. And honestly, I kind of hope that if they do reduce the duration, they maybe buff the lethality a little bit when it comes to that. I feel like mortar barrage would be kind of useless if it had a really short duration in its current state. But I guess we'll just have to wait and see what they end up doing with that. Now, to cap all of this off, they just said that we can expect more frequent updates now that we're back, with more to come this week. So that could mean a wide variety of things. I'm pretty sure we should be coming up on the mid-season update where they're going to be adding the new SMG, the well gun, as well as the new operator, Isabella, and then presumably some other things that they'll be including in the mid-season update. Or this could just mean that we're getting like a blog post on it where they're going to be discussing the mid-season update, and then we'll end up getting that update sometime next week. But yeah, at least at the time of recording this video, this is what we know so far and sort of what we can expect coming soon with Call of Duty Vanguard. Now I just wanted to share my thoughts on a bunch of other things that I hope they're working on actively, and maybe even some of these things we will end up seeing in the update and they just didn't list it out in this particular tweet. But just a few of the things that I really hope they have a high priority on right now are party issues, like issues with keeping parties together and allowing people to party up and not constantly lose connection with each other. The packet loss issue that a lot of people are experiencing. I know not everybody's experiencing this, myself included. I barely ever see any packet loss issues, but I have seen tons of people having very consistent issues with packet loss. And from what I can tell, it doesn't appear to be on their end in many cases. Then spawn adjustments. They have mentioned in their Trello board that they will continue working on tuning spawns, and I really hope we're going to be seeing some more adjustments to spawns soon, because those are really getting on my nerves. Also, the aim assist issues that it seems are most common on Xbox platforms. This is again an issue that I haven't experienced at all on PlayStation, but it seems like a lot of Xbox players are running into that aim assist issue where it kind of flickers on and off. And this is something that is on the Trello board, and it says they're investigating it. And then finally, one other thing I wanted to mention that I didn't see in these tweets and I was kind of hoping to see, I'm honestly hoping to see a nerf to the Incendiary grenade on top of the addition of a fire resistance perk, which they have now confirmed. The way I see it, even having a counter to that fire resistance, I don't think this is going to be enough to slow down the usage and frustration that's caused with the Incendiary grenade. At the very least, I would love to see a complete removal of any sort of screen shake or camera shake when an Incendiary grenade goes off in your vicinity. I think this is a totally unnecessary mechanic attached to that grenade, and honestly, I feel like this is where a ton of that frustration comes in, is this constant screen shake, especially if you're somebody that likes to play the small maps like Shipment or Das Haus, for instance. I think that should be gone entirely. And then another thing on top of that, I really hope they can reduce the loss of visibility that's caused by incendiary grenades. I realize that's meant to be a part of the incendiary grenade. It's one of the perks of using that over something like a thermite or a Molotov. But in its current state, I just think it's too much, and I do feel like it takes away from the gameplay experience quite a bit. And I think those are two very reasonable suggested changes for the incendiary grenade. Honestly, if it were up to me, I think it should be removed entirely. I don't think it ever should have been added. I think it was a terrible addition to the game. But since I don't see them completely removing it, I think the changes I just outlined would at least make the incendiary grenades a lot more tolerable than they currently are. And with that, that's pretty much it. That's going to wrap it up for today's update video. Hopefully these changes will be coming sooner rather than later, because we've been waiting very patiently for quite a long time while the developers have had their break. It's great to see that they're back. I hope they dive right back into work and are able to get on top of a lot of the issues we've been suffering through for quite some time. And I also hope they live up to their word of keeping a more open line of communication and giving us more frequent updates within the game. Now, of course, I do want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. What do you guys think about these changes that they've outlined that we can expect to be coming soon? And what other really key changes would you like to see in the near future to Vanguard? What are some of the highest things on your priority list? If you enjoyed the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't already. I'll talk to you guys next time.